SMT Nation, we back. We have an update for a Verizon device that is C-band enabled, ultra-wideband support fully in tow. We had the FCC listing on this, and now we got all the details on the official release and the product page. So let's go ahead and look at that today, and then also an announcement from Verizon in regards to the 5G home and 5G business to new cities. We're getting the service. All right, so let's get things going first. Uh, all links for everything will be in the description. Refer to those if you would like. Starting first with the hotspot device, the Encigo MiFi X Pro 5G UW. Horrible name. You ain't got to put all that in there. Anyways, this device will be the most up to date, the most modern, and technologically advanced device for their network that enables every new high capacity band of frequency and licenses that Verizon has. A couple ways to buy this thing. You can do it over 36 months. It'll cost you $9.72 per month, or the full tail retail price will be $349. All right, so this thing is the best thing you can get at Verizon. Looking at some of the technical specs and some of the featured specs here, it comes in the color black. It seems like a pretty small device, 8.5 ounce. USB-C port, which is good. So this thing's future proof. I hope nobody's doing any other form of USB any longer. Let's see here. 18-watt Qualcomm Quick Charge 3.0 charger. USB-C to Type A cable. Would be nice to see Type C to Type C. Nano SIM card goes in. And I think that's it there from those technical aspects in terms of the build. In terms of the networking, you have all things 4G enabled. All right, so you got band 2, 1900, band 4, band 66, 1700, 2100. You have band 5, which is 850, band 13, which is 700, band 46. That's an interesting inclusion. That's the LAA unlicensed spectrum at around 5 gigahertz there, so 5,000. It's kind of like Wi-Fi, very low powered stuff, but you might connect to it sometimes indoors somewhere. You never know. And then they have the CBRS band 48. That's the 3550 or 3500 frequency. Looking at the Wi-Fi, it does include Wi-Fi 6 compatibility, 2.4, 5 gigahertz connectivity as well. In terms of the global roaming, we got N78, that's C-band for international roaming. N257, the last I checked for the international usage of N257, I think that's 28 gigahertz international. It's a little bit different here in the US, and I'll explain why it's a little different. The international, I think it's 26.5 uh, gigahertz on the uplink, and then for downlink, I think it ranges up to 29.5 gigahertz. So that not that it really matters all that much. I'm not sure how many people are taking these overseas. In terms of the LTE stuff for international, 1, 3, 7, 12, 17, 20, 28, and then band 1, 2, 4, 5, and 8 for the UMTS. In terms of the US, which is what we really care about, you do have the N2, that's DSS currently. You have the N5, that's DSS currently. Notice the N48 inclusion here. That's CBRS in its 5G form. So this tells you it's future enabled to take advantage of that when that does happen. Currently, no carrier is using NR version of CBRS or N48. It's currently LTE band 48, also N66, and that's a DSS band as well. In terms of the 5G ultra wideband, which is the high capacity stuff, it's probably why you're looking at this and why you are considering it. It does include millimeter wave. The two variants of millimeter wave that Verizon deploys, N260, N261. Both of those are Ka bands, very high frequency. N260 is their 39 gigahertz holdings, and then N261 is their 28 gigahertz holdings. And those are pretty wide channel applications. I think like here in the CLE, the N260, they deploy like 800 megahertz of it, but they have licenses over 1,000 megahertz in bandwidth. So that there's a lot of speed there. Definitely worth a consideration if you're buying this that you would be using in this application. But what most people are going to probably see in most applications is going to be this inclusion of N77, the mid band, the C band. That's and they got 60 megahertz of it live in most cities. That's moving to 100 megahertz in a lot more cities at the end of this year. Some cities have it now, as Verizon has quickly worked to early clear from satellite, those 100 megahertz. And then in a lot of places, we're going to be seeing 140, 160, 180, 200 megahertz when that all gets cleared at the end of 2023. In terms of the battery, it's a 5,050 milliamp hour battery. It is a removable battery. It says it lasts up to 3 days. It probably doesn't. The more devices that connect to it, the more it pulls. Touch screen, 2.4 IPS color display. All right, you guys interested in this? What do you think of the price and all the things enabled? A lot of things to consider there, but it does look like a pretty nice device. Next update at the Verizon News Center, Scranton and Harrisburg. I think those are in Pennsylvania. They're getting new home and business internet options from Verizon. All right, now when you bundle these services with wireless, you end up paying like half the price, $25 per month with auto pay and paperless billing when you bundle it with your wireless service. Looks like for those who are in these two cities, and this says starting tomorrow, and I think this was dated from the end of July, possibly. Okay, so July 27th. At the time of this recording, it's now the second week of August. So we're catching up here. This is already live. You can go ahead and put in your orders in these places, as Verizon has probably built out a pretty nice footprint. I know similarly, the build in a lot of Pennsylvania cities has been pretty good for Verizon. But that's a pretty good option, right? You're paying $50 per month with auto pay if you don't have wireless. If you do have wireless, they'll cut it in half. I think for business, they are giving you a 10-year price guarantee for the business service. I think for the home service, it's 2 or 3 years, depending on the plan you sign up for. One of the plans is 25 with the wireless discount, and then the other is like 35. And I think it's like 300 meg tier, 400 meg tier in terms of the speeds, and 20 uplink guaranteed. So it's worth a consideration. They're also doing some discounting and gift cards as well. So Verizon, if this is in your area, it's worth to consider, the service as it competes with the likes of cable, and it competes with the likes of DSL, obviously, and satellite for sure. But in places like these two cities, I'm not sure if there's already a lot of fiber already out there. But if you're sick and tired of your cable operator and fiber operator, or if they're too expensive or whatever, this might be a good look to consider. So I'll put a link for both of these stories. Tell me what you guys think about this. Anybody from the Scranton, Harrisburg areas considering this? Love to hear what you have to say. You are the voice of the people of the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard. Comment down below. Also about the Inseego device. Like, share, subscribe for more. Turn on the bell notification icon to never miss an upload. Links in the description for my Patreon, my Twitter, and then also my Gmail address for all business inquiries. Thanks for watching. See you all in the next one. Peace.